Welcome friends, it is I, Hi-Rez Studios, and it's time for our weekly vlog here. And, there's a lot of random little things to talk about. Nothing really big, just a bunch of little things. First, of course, in the background, I believe it is a Freya arena, unless Jinx messes with me and puts something else in the background. And, not a bad game. Use this as a vlog instead of an actual game because of reasons I don't remember anymore. And there's gonna be some rants in this video, I think. Maybe 2 rants in this vlog. But first up, let's go ahead and... maybe 3 rants? What's there to talk about? Right now, we don't have a lot of next week's games. That's one of the rants. Let's see. Updates on a bunch of things. Zhang Kui guide. Not done with it yet. Finals, of course, happened. That's done with, so now I gotta get to work on Zhang Kui. So we'll see how long that's gonna take to get back in the groove of that and get that done. Episode 500 special has made no progress. I need to sit down and do that. Still, I haven't done it. Finals, of course, but I use that as an excuse. Unfortunately, my sister's visiting for a week, and I'm going to see my niece here and there for the week as well, so that gets in the way as well. First finals, now that, so quite a few things getting in the way, so we will see what that does to content, and how soon we get back on the horse when it comes to guides. I had my finals, I'm in new classes starting next week, and we will see how that goes, and there will, of course, be tests and finals and stuff like that. It's going to be math and chemistry kind of stuff. Not specifically math, not specifically chemistry, but stuff like that. And I'm good at the chemistry, not so good at the math. So we'll see how that affects my stuff as we go forward. So we'll see about the Zhang Kui. Ghostbuster Zhang Kui looks amazing, though. I have enough... is he treasure chest specific, or is he going to be you can buy him? I'm actually not sure. I think the Frank and Osiris are treasure chest specific. If Zhang Kui is also treasure chest specific, I'm going to be a little salty about that. I'm not going to be happy about that. Because I want that skin, and I want the voice pack. If the skin's 600, I don't have enough. If it's 400, I have enough for it, and the voice pack. I have 600 gems. Thank you to Silver Sniper for donating those. Also, in the past, other people have donated as well. Names I cannot remember at the moment. I know Nada's donated in the past, and a few others have. I think I've thanked them in the past before. Silver Sniper's also donated Power Up, which we know I was not too happy with, but hopefully I was given my constructive criticism of that game. As far as one-shots go, you maybe have seen Ironclad Tactics. I thought it was a pretty good game. I enjoyed it. It's a game that definitely needs a buddy, though, if you want to have longevity with that game. But I like it. If you have a buddy, it's probably worth getting. If you have a buddy who will play it with you. If it's just you on your own, it might not be worth it unless you get it on sale. What's coming up next week is going to be a completely different kind of one-shot. It's going to be me enjoying a game, enjoying it a lot, but not for the reasons I should. So that's going to be a very interesting one-shot to see. After that, we're going to see a couple more one-shots, and they're going to be full endorsement one-shots. I played a shoot-'em-up recently that was really, really, really good, and it's only $4. So I'm going to be endorsing the hell out of that in a one-shot in the future. And then I played a bullet hell that was pretty dang good. It's $10, though. It's still pretty good. Sale, it's probably really worth it. Not as a sale, it depends on if you really like bullet hells, and I'll talk about that when I get to that one. And there might be a third one, a criticism one-shot, in the future as well. I have to think about whether I want to do it or not, or if I just want to give the criticism to the indie specifically. I've been doing a lot of indie games lately, and that's because of Games Matter. Hashtag Games Matter on Twitter, and that's all being backed by Indie Gamer Chick, and she's been giving out lots and lots of free indie games. The idea there is, which I like it, is indies go to her, and she gives out free copies of their games. And all you have to do, after you receive the game for free, is to tell people, socially, whether you liked it or didn't like it or whatever. As long as you had a feeling about the game, like, say, just give some sort of feedback about the game. That's all you gotta do. So it's exposure, it is a type of advertising for the devs of these indie games. And I like it because people are getting free games for it, and all they gotta do is say some things. That's good. You're not obligated to say positive, you're not obligated to say negative, you're just obligated to say something. And that's a pretty good process, I feel. And because of it, I've gotten quite a few games, and I have discovered quite a few indies I really like. So, because of that, we're just able to increase our understanding of indie stuff, and I like that a lot. That's not a bad step to take, is understanding indie stuff, getting to know and like some indies and stuff like that. Because we're nowhere near the AAA area yet, so we can't really do much with that. But we can definitely talk and look at indies, and we're definitely doing that. So we're going to see quite a few indies in the future, especially because of Games Matter and stuff like that. And I just think it's a good process. I really do. And because the first game's free, but the next game Like, because now I'm a fan of these indies, I'm going to probably buy their next game. So it's a really good move there. And of course, people who follow me, if they like what I like, then they might buy it as well. Stuff like that. That's Games Matter. And I'm going to talk about that later. Let's talk about Baka. So, new Baka, Baka's Creed. He looks like Baraka from Mortal Kombat, he looks like Baka, and he also looks like he's from Assassin's Creed. That's why I'm combining all those stupid names. So we're going to lose little Baka, we're going to have this bigger Baka now. And my complaint is, this is the thing about Hi-Rez. This is the thing about them. I don't always agree with their decisions. I find some of them dumb, and I find some of them great, but that's Hi-Rez. Hi-Rez has always been like that. They're always doing some interesting things, but I'm not always agreeing with it. The new Baka looks awesome, but I will miss the hell out of the old little Baka. I really hate that we're losing him for a number of reasons. One, in nostalgia, of course, loving that little Baka for one, but the other is variety is getting killed. Like, we're just moving towards 2 models. Well, 3, maybe 4 models. We're moving towards 3, maybe 4 models. That is 5 or 6, actually, out of all this, compared to the old variety. And that is, we have the model of, mostly all the female gods are in one model. They're all one model. And that is light build, big boobies. That is one model. The rest are Arachne and Scylla. They're the only ones that don't apply, and I guess Bastet because of her legs a little bit and her tail. But for the most part, they're all the same model, in a way. Like, for the most part, they're all a lot in the same mold. They're in the same base mold. My understanding is that's a graphical thing, is they have a base that they can build off of and they can do a lot with, and there you go. And so they're all very similar. The male side, you have the big buff guy, which is what Baka's falling into. You have the fat guy. You have a scrawnier but still muscular side, which would be Anubis and Apollo and stuff like that. And then you have the big mountains, which is, well, not big mountains, but just the big things, which is Geb, Groover, and Ymir. So there's more variety to the males, of course, I already like that. And just, there's not that many models. And then you have the slight little differences. You have Scylla, who's definitely different. Baka was very different. Loki was quite different as a scrawny self. Kukulkan, of course, is different. And when I complained about variety, someone said, oh, because Kukulkan doesn't exist. A grain of sand in the beach doesn't mean a damn thing. Don't give me the token minority and tell me that means something. Because that's what you're telling me. And then one thing I will call bullshit on is lore. Hi-Rez cares about lore only when it comes to China. Because Scylla exists. And Janus exists. And so many other things exist. Hi-Rez only cares about lore a little bit outside of China. That's for damn sure. They have proven this. They've said it themselves in their showcases. Well, not showcases, in their streams. Sometimes someone will say, well, is this actual lore or is this Hi-Rez lore? They've said that on camera. They don't always give a crap about lore. They can use it as an excuse, but it's not always true. So, I am definitely disappointed at the less monsters. When Smite first comes out, you have a large variety of gods. You got Zeus, you got Thor, you got Odin, you got these muscular guys. You got that. But you also had a mix of monsters. You had Arachne, you had Baka, you had Vamana. Vamana is not a monster, but he's just a little guy. It's this variety right there. A very different person right there. He's not the same as everyone else. He's very different. Very, very not similar to a lot of people. And I don't know, if you took away the weapons and you did a silhouette of the gods near each other, they'd look very similar. A lot of the males with the muscular type would look very similar. Same thing for a lot of the females. And that is a little troubling there. Look at League of Legends, and they look so goddamn different. Everyone looks so different. Look at Dota. Look at the 100 characters they got. They are very different. So it is very, very discouraging to see this difference dying. This variety dying in Hi-Rez a bit. I'd like to see more difference. The clothes aren't enough. I want to see different body types here. Because we actually get to see the models a lot better when it comes to Smite. We're more closer to them. In Dota and League of Legends, they're very far away. The touches on them are a little bit different. So it's a bit disappointing to see the variety death. Really, it is there. But it is what it is. It's Hi-Rez doing what they're going to do. So what are they going to do? Nothing. Nothing at all. Baka looks great. The new Baka looks great, but at the same time, I'm disappointed. That's how it always is. That Hi-Rez is a firework show. It's like, ooh, ah, big explosions. but it's the same damn thing every time. They have these great looking things, but it's also just, god damn it, why does it have to be in this? I don't know. But, there. Baka looks great. Disappointing the lack of variety. There you go. And I'll say that again at the patch. Jean Quay looks amazing with that Ghostbuster skin. The two Franken Osiris's are interesting skins. I like that there's a voice pack on them. That sounds pretty interesting. It's interesting how Frankenhotep, he's very much like the Frankenstein's monster. But then Reanimated is that same voice pack, but like he's talking through like a fishbowl kind of thing. That's kind of cool there. And so you have like old school and then kind of futuristic Franken going on there. That's kind of interesting. And then of course you got that Halloween treasure chest, and some people are pissed about that. I don't know. The fact there's exclusives in there, yes, I would be unhappy about that. It gives you a better chance of getting the king. It also gives you a better chance of getting just the specific Halloweens if you want them, so it's not a bad move there. But exclusives do make them angering. I understand the unhappiness with the exclusives. That is very, very, very annoying. Definitely is. Let's see, what else did I talk about? Oh, Shadow Mordor. Talk about it really quick. Shadow Mordor is amazing. This game is awesome. Really fun, very easy pick up and play. You just run around and just mess things up. It's a very good game. As a game, it's very good. And it's not too complex, but it gets more complex as you go, very much like the Arkham games. Like Arkham Asylum. As you play the game gets more difficult. And you get more tools as well, though. And that's how Shadow of Mordor works as well. The game gets more difficult, you fight more enemies, but you also gain more powers as well. And so both you and the enemies are getting better. So that's very cool there. That's really nice. Running around gets a little bit buggy, though. Like climbing onto surfaces, or the camera will get up behind a wall, stuff like that. A little buggy there. Not so helpful. People don't like the story. I like the characterization. Like I was talking with Jinx, narrowing it down. I like the characterization. I really like the Ranger and the Wraith guy. They're both really cool. Ratbag's fun. Gollum's Gollum. Not really caring for the Outcast story all that much. And we'll see more about the Black Hand and stuff like that. But the story overall, I don't know. It's just going. Like, that's just going. But the characters I really like. I really like the characters. And the Nemesis system is really great. It feels very alive. It really does. You hear characters talking. You hear orcs talking about the captains or the war chiefs. And that's really cool. So it gives you a sense of what's going on in the world around you. And you can interfere with things that they're doing or not interfere with the things that they're doing with those orange missions. You can go ahead and just kill some orcs. You can kill some orc chiefs, or you can randomly find them on a map and kill them. There's just things you can do with this. Or you can groom a captain, which is really cool. You see a captain you like, you could secretly help him get stronger, go to missions that he's involved with, help him kill things, help him not get killed, and he'll get stronger in power. And then when he's good and fat, you murder that captain. I try to do that in the future episodes, and I kind of mess it up a little bit. But it's a fun idea to try to do, is to build up a captain. It's kind of funny like that. And just mess with all the political, the politics of orcs. It's kind of fun doing that. Or just murder every single captain, see how that works. But it's a lot of fun running around and just effing things up. So Shadow Mordor is really fun. Highly recommend that game. Speaking of AAA, so that Mordor was our September. Our October is going to be Alien Isolation, and we're going to get that. Oh, well, we got it already. So I think we spent everything on that. So we got Alien Isolation, and that will maybe replace Penumbra as our LP for streams. Jinx's opinion is because it's a lot of running around and hiding and being scared. It's a very tense game, and 30-minute chunks probably will not serve it well, so it might be better as a stream game. So we probably replace Penumbra with that, also because Penumbra was really buggy and giving us trouble, so we'll probably just do that. Will it be this Monday? I cannot guarantee. My sister's going to be around, so I don't know if I'm even going to have time to stream as much as I would like. Also, my niece is going to be around. And we all saw how things happen when my niece is around. It's a fun experience having her around, but I can't focus on a game. I'm better off playing solitaire while she's here. And it's entertaining because my niece is ridiculous, but what little girl isn't? Let's see here. What have I not? Oh, all that's left are rants. I already ranted about the Baka stuff in a way. Not a really big rant, but I made my complaint. I've made my complaint. And there you go. And that's my standpoint. That's my opinion on that. And there are opinions that you're willing to change on. There's opinions you're not willing to change on. And that's an opinion I'm not willing to change on. I like variety. So you can give me excuses, and I will just scoff at them a little bit. I will say whether I feel they're valid or not. Like lore, I wish for the most part, was valid for a long time, until they just started going, yeah, we don't care about the lore. After that happened, the lore excuse doesn't work anymore for me. It just doesn't. See, other rants. So, 2 rants. One is Smurfs, because I fudging hate Smurfs, and the other is assholes. I'm sorry, I didn't censor myself enough. A-holes. Smurfs really ruin the game for me. They really do. When you see a Mastery 0 god go 16-0, and your teammates have quite a few masteries on them, that ain't right. When you see that 2 games in a row, when you see that 3 games in a row, there's a problem. Friday stream, we kept fighting Smurfs. I was like, why the hell do we keep fighting no mastery guns? Like, we all have masteries. Why are you fighting no masteries? What's going on here? And then we see why. We're fighting Smurfs. And they're just absolutely destroying that place. We were getting rocked over and over and over again. And that's not right. You should be fighting what you should be fighting. You should be fighting in your correct elo. We're fighting things that should be beyond us in a higher bracket, fighting higher level people. Instead, we're fighting them in the lower area. And that is bullshit. I hate Smurfs. I really do. It's complete crap. You want to feel better about yourself by destroying lower level people. That's not something I agree with. Never. There was a time when viewers wanted me to do a Smurf account because they want to see me roll people. I'm like, no. Why should I ruin someone else's fun by absolutely running them over like a new player? If I'm in the higher level games and I'm running someone over in the higher level games, then of course I'm going to run them over because I'm fighting someone who's in my bracket. If I let up, they will beat me. And that's happened plenty of times where I let up and I get beat, or they let up and I beat them. That's fine. Running over someone at your skill level is fine because you got a good run on them. Running over someone below your skill level is not okay. They are learning the game. They're not at your level. You should not be doing that. So smurfing is something I completely disagree with, and I absolutely hate. The other thing I hate are assholes. I had some really, really good games I would love to share with you guys. But sometimes, even when you make 1 or 2 mistakes, or a teammate makes 1 or 2 mistakes, another teammate flips the F out and gives them crap for minutes on end. And that will completely destroy any joviality, any jovialness I had in that match. It completely brings me down and makes me not happy, and just destroys the game. Win or lose after that point, it's not worth showing anymore, because I refuse to feature an asshole. I refuse to feature anyone who's a jerk. It ruins good games. Sometimes I do a good job of muting them early. I did not mute this guy early. Or actually, multiple games I did not mute early. I just let them run their mouths a little too much. And because of that, it ruined the games. I don't want to mute, I try not to mute too soon because there's still VGS to worry about. But sometimes, if you don't, you just lose your game. Sometimes that just happens. I got a Thanatos fed. I got him really fed. I was helping him with ganks and stuff like that. And he got really huge. And then he started getting killed, and he just started flipping out at the team. Getting fed does not give you license to be an a-hole. Does not give you license. And so that really ruined that game. It was a really good game. Featured how Thanatos can play well, how you can help Thanatos do better, and just how to do well with your own god and stuff like that. It was a really good quality game, and then he destroyed it. And I destroyed it as well by not muting him as soon as I should have. I put the blame on other people and on myself on the parts that I am to blame for. That Thanatos couldn't keep his rage in his pants, and I couldn't put it down either. I should have muted him way sooner. And that's my fault, and that's why we don't have this amazing game that we could be seeing next week. And that pisses me off so much. The toxicity of this game sometimes makes me just really, really want to take a break from it. And I do. I take long breaks from this game because I can have hour stretches where I'm just playing with one jerk after another. Another one, and another one, and another one. It beats me down. I used to play this game a lot. I only play it during the streams and a little bit beyond that because I'm getting tired of the jerks. And now that I'm running the Smurfs, I can't even do much about that now, can I? Smurfs, oh god. I just want to fight people in my bracket. I should not be wasting my time on people beyond me and below me. Really annoying. Alright, so that's the vlog right there. Thank you as always to everybody. Thank you to Jinx for her work. Thank you to viewers for comments, watching everything, enjoying things, and everything. Oh man, I am not really chipper today, am I? That's it, right? Who did I not thank? I'm not gonna thank myself. That's weird. I'm not gonna thank myself. That's weird. Okay, let's end with a joke. What do you get when you mix an elephant with a rhino? Elephino? There you go. Also, everyone watch the introduction if you haven't. I think it's pretty funny. it kills me every time I watch it. So there's nepotism right there, but I really enjoyed it. So there we go. Thanks again to everyone. I already did thank you, but thank you to everybody for enjoying the content. Thank you to Jinx for helping me work on the content. She always does such a great job on everything. And, oh yeah, it's Canadian Thanksgiving as well, so she's going to be super busy, so I don't know how that's going to go. I got an idea for a funny Baka video for little Baka before he disappears, so I got to get that footage eventually, and I got to convince Jinx that it's a funny idea as well. But there we go, that is the vlog. I had fun, hope you had fun watching and listening, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun, thanks for coming by, and see you next time.